it's something that has value and people want to use it.
You basically just speak to an AI and say something like, "Oh, I want like something like a pizza or maybe pasta, and then with just vegetables."
But for some reason, I'm kind of interested in this. It's almost, there's like a gamification behind it.
And also, like, I've been to China last year, for example. Everything is getting delivered. Everything.
I quite like the brand, and actually they try to keep it very simple.
And it obviously works for them because over the last almost 10 years, they have evolved the characters.
I think Picnic, for example, is a bit more mature than NeoTaste or Circus, for example.
I would never really have put the word Neo together with food. Well, what's good, everybody, and welcome to more Couch Talks. Today we are going to be jumping into the world of food, services, branding, and all that good stuff. And as you have seen on the thumbnail, how to build a brand for the next generation of food services. The reason that we want to cover this is that we've seen that the landscape has changed significantly over the last couple of years. Jan and I actually made a video back in the day, which was one of our first viral videos. Let's call it that.
For a long time, the most successful video.
Yeah, until the Nike one knocked it off the top, which was great because that video was up there for far too long. But that was recorded in my living room during COVID.
Yeah.
All that time ago.
And we did a live Gorillas order. Yeah,
that was actually for Gorillas, yes. So we have covered food services. We looked at Gorillas and Get Here. So that was a big time for these products and these apps and these services. And we thought it'd be great to sit on the couch and discuss brand with to my right or in front, Mr. Jan Stein.
Hi.
And Sang.
Hi, Sang here again.
It's great to have you both here again, sat on the couch. So in this video, we are going to be looking at NeoTaste, Picnic, and Circus, three prominent brands, products, services in the industry right now. So enough of me waffling so early on in this video. I would like to kick things off and hand it over to Jan.
Thank you. Yeah, as you said, we reviewed Gorillas and some other brands back in the days, and especially Gorillas and Get Here, they are like not on the German market at least anymore. I think Gorillas was acquired by Get Here, and now Get Here also left the German market. So you might assume this whole thing, this whole on-demand grocery delivery topic is maybe getting smaller, or like the bubble, exploded after the big success during the COVID time. But I've read this whole on-demand delivery thing is still like a big thing, and they're expecting still a big growth on this. And we have seen some brands taking over and getting into the market, and just also keep on developing this whole idea on how this could look like in the future.
And pretty much all these services from before have gone, right?
Yeah, kind of. I think in German we have now, it's normal, like you have in the startup scene, you have like all the players, trying to building their product as quick as possible. And then at the end, there can just be like one or two who actually own the market. So that's in the nature of things. And
as a brand design studio, we've definitely been observers of this. So stick around to the end, and we're going to give you some hints and tips and some of our ideas on how to possibly go about building a brand like this. Yeah. So there's something to stick around to at the end.
And also, like, I've been to China last year, for example.
Yeah.
Everything is getting delivered. Everything.
It's the same in Vietnam, I guess, as well.
Yeah.
There's no need for any supermarkets anymore.
No, even if you just want a straw, you get it delivered.
Everything gets like super fast and convenient right now. Just one click.
It's crazy. So yeah, this is still the future, I think. All right, so we brought some cases, mainly because we're also using them and finding them interesting. So yeah, let's have a look what's happening at the market at the moment.
Yep. So we can start with NeoTaste. So you may know about the apps already, and they have a tagline like "Discover more, pay less." So what is NeoTaste? So NeoTaste is like a restaurant, coffee, discovery apps in different cities, and actually is founded in quite relevant. It's like just a few years ago. It's like since 2019, and it's based in Osnabrück. It's like a city in Germany, but now their headquarters moved to Berlin, and they are one of the fastest growing gastro tech app so far. And what they offer is they give you the deals and the Rabatt in German for the cafe and the restaurant around you based on your locations, and they will give you different offers. So, which is, I think, the idea is you have been made the idea quite some time already, but you are the only startup so far I see take it like very successful executions. And I did use the app like few times, like in Berlin and in Düsseldorf when I hang out with my friends. And yeah, it's quite convenient. And actually, their partner restaurant is around the cities. When they target, let's say Berlin or Düsseldorf, they will like really partner with as many restaurants as possible. And it is so convenient when you just open the app and discover what the deal is next to you. So yeah, I think so far the brand for me is very vibrant with the...
They're also actually, I noticed they are in England as well.
Oh, really?
They've just opened or they're just testing it in England, I think, in 2 locations. I'm not sure of location, but I saw on, I think on their website. Yeah, so definitely they're fast growing and yeah, going to be everywhere very soon.
And I like one thing is about the city right now, every startup, they try to go small first. Like let's say in different city have different user journey or user habits, and then they will try to study the city well before they really launch their product there. So, which is I also think is very a good way to do it. And the brand for me so far is I really like the neo green color, because actually I like it more compared to Uber Eats, because when you see the Uber Eats color, it's also like quite bright green, right? And also very friendly. But I feel like with the NeoTaste name and then with that bright green, it's go along quite good, right? Like NeoTaste.
But I mean, for me, I would never really have put the word neo together with food, right?
But this is like maybe it's like a strategy behind them.
Yeah, I'd
like
be interested to
try to
know
do something different.
Yeah, but it's just I don't know, like neon colors and this bright kind of vibrant green. They're not very. It's not a very delicious kind of color.
Yeah, I feel like maybe they just try to approach the younger generations and like give the new definition of lifestyle, how you discover deals and discover different place to dine in. So I feel like it's more about lifestyle instead like talking about how delicious the food is. So because in the end of the day they don't own any restaurant, right? There's like different dots and offer you a best.
I'm actually
offers.
wondering what their strategy is, if they're actually going to look at like broadening their offering. You know, and in that case, then Neo is definitely like it's a modern kind of first mover name. And if they're growing into the name and offering other services, then maybe it could work. Because as you say, it's not just about food.
Yes.
It's about discounts and vouchers and finding the city as well. And food plays a part of that. But that's much more kind of at the front-facing perspective when you first come in contact with the brand.
Yep. And actually, when I read about them, like they also state that it's just the beginning of the journey. We never know that it could like spread into different deals of fashion clothes store or something because of taste. Like you have some taste. It's not just about food, right? It's about taste.
Yeah.
Yeah, style. So I quite like the brand, and actually they try to keep it very simple. It's just my guess. It could be wrong, but I guess the brand was designed by in-house team. The most strong touch point is on their app and on their website. Basically like the product design. And you can see the logo here and there, but mainly the color, the green color play the most vital role in their brand identity system. And yeah, I also put here their website as well. So basically they just keep it very simple, and they have
there we go. There's good old England.
Yeah.
Can we have a look? Oh, how many? There's 3 locations at the moment. Is Manchester on there?
Probably. Yeah,
Definitely
it looks like it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Interesting. Cool.
Going so fast. And yeah, they also have a little illustration as well, right?
What's that?
Yeah. It's not my favorite thing about this brand. I think it definitely has other strong points. I think the illustration, it's difficult to get illustrations, but it's not difficult to get illustrations looking right. I just think they could do something a little bit different.
Yeah, but you can also see like they grew super fast, right? As you said, and yeah, you need a very simple brand at this time to just, get going and be flexible with everything you do.
Yeah.
So
I'm just thinking if that burger popped out from behind a wall of that size, I think I'd be running for my life. I don't know about you. That's a huge burger. I mean, there's
Japan,
also
they
a
have
huge
these
phone,
black,
to be
black
honest.
buns or something, right?
Yeah. Looks like a sumo wrestler.
So yeah, we can have a look more about their product and so on their website. But I mean, this is everything about their brand so far. So yeah, website and product, vibrant and simple.
Yeah, they're definitely one of the in your pocket kind of services that are staying there at the moment, from what I see and from the people that I talk to about this product. It's something that has value and people want to use it. And, it's like the old-fashioned getting the vouchers from the supermarket when you score points and you collect these vouchers. I was never interested in that. But for some reason, I'm kind of interested in this. It's almost, there's like a gamification behind it, How many discounts can you get? How far? Where have you been? What can you do? I think, it's definitely got legs, and it's a very interesting product and definitely an interesting brand. Let's see where it evolves to in the future.
Yeah, and it could also help, like if you just open a restaurant to get your first customers in, right?
Yeah.
Just make a good deal for them. Cool. All right. So the next case I brought is Picnic. That is actually an on-demand grocery delivery service.
Love the name, by the way.
Picnic.
I really like the name. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. It's catchy. Yeah, true. And the difference to what they're doing actually also compared to Gorillas, for example, the Gorillas everything was about speed. Yeah, at the beginning they said, if we don't bring your food or your groceries within 10 minutes, then you don't have to pay. And yeah, Picnic actually they take a different approach. You have to actually order, and then the food will get delivered in a certain time window that you have to book. But I tried it one time, so it was like 3 days later. Yeah, so it's also then about to making like a bigger purchase. Yeah, so you have to spend a certain amount of money. I think at least 20 euros or something in Germany. So it makes more sense for them. You have a bigger cart with more stuff in it, and they can plan before, and they don't need so many different stock rooms and shops. They have one big stock room, and I think that's definitely the more sustainable concept for this kind of delivery. So Picnic, is an app-only supermarket offering first-class delivery. Founded 2015 in the Netherlands. They are active right now in the Netherlands, of course, in Germany and in France. And yeah, the brand is inspired by the historic milkman who delivers fresh milk, which is also, you can see it in there. They have special delivery trucks, which I will show you in a little bit. And it's about to be familiar and share the neighborhood gossip. So that is their logo. Yeah, it's nothing too fancy, but you can see already it's a bit more playful than like a Rewe or like one of the grocery big chains here in Europe, for example.
Can we stop at this for this a moment? Because I think white gives you a feeling of fun, because the letter E's is kind of like people hanging around, and then it's from the above view, look down, and then they have
Yes,
a
it's a picnic
together.
blanket, right?
Yeah.
It's like an overhead look at somebody or people laid on a picnic blanket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Which
see
is
that
quite fun.
kind of too as well. Yeah.
And the letter P is look super like chunky and
Cute.
then cute as well.
It's a bold logo. If you see it somewhere, it's recognizable.
All right, what's this all about, Jan?
This is, I think he's called Peter Picnic.
Peter Picnic.
Peter Picnic. Yeah.
Peter Picnic.
All right,
okay.
fair enough.
So illustration, these are actually like the hero of like their visual identity. It's
Okay.
these illustration, and they started with Peter Picnic. I think this is his, like he came from the left and now he looks like more like on to the right.
How old is Picnic as a service then? They've had this
2015.
evolution. Wow.
They founded 2015.
All right, you said, yeah. Okay. But it's okay. I'm only really hearing about it very recently. That people are saying, okay, get into this. Okay, so maybe because the market's changed.
They're just quite new. So
Ah,
also
right.
Hamburg is like the first market here in Germany.
Okay, that's why then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, Peter Picnic. There's also some kind of modular system around him.
Why is he exploding?
I have no idea. I think it's to show the different elements of this illustration.
Okay.
And yeah, then they also created some other characters. I forgot the names. I guess she was called maybe Petra Picnic. I don't know. And Pepe Picnic or something.
Who?
The guy with the red hair.
Yeah.
The guy with the red hair. I think it's called Pepe Picnic.
People Picnic.
Pepe.
Peepee.
Pepe.
He's definitely not called Peepee, I can tell you that.
Yeah, I think he is. Anyway, it doesn't.
Yeah, okay. Actually, I mean, this is actually, okay, it's not my favorite illustration. In fact, I don't like it at all. But one of the things that's really interesting is that there's a story. Okay, and that's one of the things that's disconnected with the previous brand that we looked at. The illustrations just to serve a purpose, to help to push the user along, which is why you would need to have illustrations inside of a product to help make things a lot easier and solve complicated things in a very straightforward way very quickly. But here we have a story, and I think that's one of the deciding connecting factors that helps to elevate something and give it that, what we talk about a lot, of this lovability and reason that you want to go back and use something time and time again, because you've become familiar with it. You share those connections and those experiences. And it obviously works for them because over the last almost 10 years, they have evolved the characters to have personalities and personality traits. So I like that.
Yeah. And I think what you can also see, also compared to Gorillas, which they like to address like a very young, contemporary target audience. Yeah, they had like loud house music in their warehouses, and everything was a bit more bold and energetic. And here, this definitely wants to address a much broader group of people, right? I think this is something for different kind of ages, and that works for like a big group of people. I think it's not. It's just
You also get bargains on here as well. A lot of bargains.
Yeah. I mean, that's a big part of what
I think. I mean, this is the current state of the world right now, though, isn't it? Everything has got so much more expensive, especially food. And I think even people who are earning decent money are still savvy to try and find a deal, a lot more so than they were, quite a few years ago.
Yeah, always feels good to make a good bargain, right?
Well, yeah, I think it's more important now than ever, just with the increase in prices everywhere. So yeah, opens up a level playing field for products like this.
All right, yeah, these are their very distinctive trucks. So they are actually also quite small. Maybe you cannot really see it, but they're not like big. I'm pretty sure they're electric. So that's how they deliver their food, which is also cool, I think, rather than just having a whatever kind of truck. To have your own thing is kind of cool.
I was expecting something a bit more exciting, to be honest. You did big it up. You said, wait until you see the trucks. Yeah, okay. They're trucks. Yeah, thanks.
And,
All right, the app.
And the app, yeah. The app is just works. Nothing special. What's cool is that they also offer that you can choose like a dish you want to cook. So they have like a little section where you can choose different recipes. And then, of course, you get the list of stuff you need.
Like HelloFresh kind of thing.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
So you have everything you need to make that dish, and then you have a step-by-step recipe with it, which is kind of cool. Yeah, and as you said, like a lot of bargains and buy two get one for free kind of things. And I haven't seen this here in the German store, but they also looks like they're doing a lot of products themselves now.
Yeah, makes sense, right?
Yeah. So with their own brand, they work with a studio called Big Fish, like a London-based design studio with all this packaging. Yeah, I like it. That's cool. It's funny. Again, they use a lot of illustration, which I like.
That's fun.
So a lot of playful packaging concepts.
That looks like our shelves in the kitchen here.
Kind of, yeah.
But, I mean, this is the thing, right? This is cool. I think there's like a really nice visual language here. Why we're not seeing this in the app? You know, perfect. You know, if you have like this kind of look that you're developing, this corporate identity within your communication, your packaging, absorb it, bring it in. Maybe they're working on it. If they are, then that makes a lot of sense. Because this is something that's a bit more contemporary and ready for today. And this is kind of quite generalist as well. I think as a design, I think it's an easy entry, but it's still very well crafted in comparison to the stuff that you showed before.
Yeah, I mean, they have to make a lot of partners happy they're working with, right? All the other brands they have in their store. So maybe they need to be a bit more careful with their own brand to not push it too far.
Yeah, okay.
All right, that's it for Picnic.
So the next brand is Circus. So Circus is like the kitchen of the future. And actually, I'm going to show you two different versions of Circus, but I will show you the old version first, which is, some information about the brand first. It's like...
Always good.
Circus is like Hamburg food startup, turning kitchen into apps. And the innovation is like they really want to control the entire supply chain for fresh and affordable daily meals. They also offer the delivery service also, but you will see, and I will explain what is the shift in their business model later. And the brand is in this version, designed by Lit Creative. They are a brand agency.
By Lit? From Berlin.
From Berlin, yes.
Yeah, good agency.
Yeah, I quite like their work as well.
Yeah.
And the brand is very fun, expressive, and also they keep it simple. But I think it's more expressive compared to NeoTaste. And yeah, for me, the visual identity for this case is quite recognizable, even though they keep it simple. And so here's a first look of it. Looks like a nice mascot or nice face and looks very friendly, approachable. And you will see how it behaves on the packaging or on the app. Which is, I feel like, what do you feel like when you see it at the first glance?
This is how you do illustration.
This is how you do the illustration,
This
right?
is what was riling me up about the other ones. And this is refreshing, because this is how it should be done. It's great. Of course, it's, you know, the others, we talk about being need to be a bit more generic. Or what's it called? The second one.
A Picnic?
Yeah, sorry. Picnic, needs to be a bit more generic, but that's no excuse for great design. And NeoTaste can learn a thing or two, I think, from this as well. Neo being a bit more Gen Z and a bit more kind of young in its approach so far. I'm liking it. Show me more.
I'm just asking myself what the actual expression is of this face.
The face like, so satisfying.
Okay.
I'm thinking, I'm guessing. So actually, I also quite like the photography, the language of the image, and also combined with the typeface as well. It's quite expressive, to be honest. And yeah, if you look into like HelloFresh or Uber Eats or NeoTaste, they all of them use kind of like bold sans serif. But Circus is like for this version, they went to like serif fonts and kind of like more special touch inside, which is give it a lot of like characteristic, I think. And yeah, and then when it combined between the typography and the illustrations, it start feeling more and more recognizable for me as a brand. If I look at in the first glance, I think I will remember it immediately. First with the face, the smiling face. And so one more thing about brand, it is also about the communications, about the message. And actually, I quite like the copywriting. In this case, like sand noodles or it new, like a little bit quirky, funny approach and very, smart copywriting as well. So yeah.
Jan, could you translate this for us, please?
Die Essen wird zubereitet. Could you translate it?
Yeah, it's in the making. Like your food is.
Yeah.
It's
Die
made.
Farbe
And
ist gleich da. It's
your rider is almost there.
Yes.
Look at me.
Enjoy your meal. I'm not so sure about.
Huh?
And
Enjoy your meal? No idea.
So one thing is like when you just look at the face and then you thought, okay, this is all about illustration, but when they zoom out, you see the character, and this is like a bold guy, which is quite funny, I think. Yeah, no hair.
Come on, I love it. Absolutely love it. This is great stuff.
And then it have different like expression as well.
Yeah.
Actually, they also animate the expression faces. It look quite fun, and the color of the brand also keep it colorful. I mean, you don't just always see the neon green anymore, or the red, which is very typical for food service, right?
Yeah.
You can be colorful. So yeah, I just really like the typeface.
Yeah, the font is nice.
Yeah, say cheesy and yummy. Again, like when I see about brand, I feel like sometimes if you want to play a good role in advertising campaign, let's say, two things is very apparent for me and appealing for me is the photography and the copywriting. The copywriting is like how smart you say it for people to catch people's attentions, and I feel like they did good in the both
categories.
both case. Yeah. So their photography also quite funny as well. Like it's like real expression, I think. When you get very hungry and then finally you can eat some good food. Yeah. So this is the old version. And
this is the old version.
The old version. So
when was this released?
I'm not sure because there's no year on the lead creative website about the case. Yeah.
So far, liking it. Hit
And
me with is it a rebrand then that we're going to be looking at?
I'm not saying it's the official rebrand, but you will see a totally different brand because I would say like the brand in the end is like reflect the business model as well, right? The previous one, you feel like the brand is so friendly, so fun to engage with, but the new brand, it will give you more feeling of like a brand who is disrupting the global food industry with AI robotics, which is very technology heavy. So let's take a look.
Okay.
So here is the first glimpse of the website. When you jump in, you will see different images of, I would say, surface of machine, robot arm, and so on. And they keep the tagline around the topic of autonomous robotics, AI robotics, and so on. And they want to like ensure the whole produce and delivery chain. Like they have the robot arm to cook the food automatically, and they also have the delivery service, which is, I feel like, just based on the photography here, have any color or special typeface here, right? But just look at the photography here, you can have the glimpse that, oh my God, this brand looks so futuristic approach.
But is this even the same brand?
It is the
I
same
mean,
brand.
this is or the same company. Sorry, I mean, this is a completely different model, right? Crazy.
Yeah, it's different model. I think when we talk about this and publish the video, you can have more link on the press of how the business has changed, because I just read an article about the business as well.
Yeah. We'll leave all
startup.
links below
Yeah.
to any kind of information that we found about this, because I think it's super interesting that this has kind of changed like a 180 in the direction.
One thing you mentioned before, like there's many different delivery service app, right? And most of them is like disappear from the market. And then I have the feeling like maybe they see different opportunity to go with. Maybe they see more potential in AI future, and then they want to shift from totally like delivery service to something like, you know, more technology approach.
So you basically just speak to an AI and say something like, "Oh, I want like something like a pizza or maybe pasta, and then with just vegetables and without cheese." And then
So then
the
you
robot
get a pizza covered in ramen.
probably
or
something. Then the robot figuring out what this is going to look like. And
All right.
cool.
So actually,
It's a bold move for sure, right? So
it's a
For
big
sure.
bold move.
Yeah.
Let's go to like their current website, and then you have more feeling of how techy they becomes.
It's basically automation, right? They
Yeah.
want to automate the whole production of the food.
I mean, I would rather have a human cook my food and a robot deliver it rather than the other way around, right?
But like, let's say about the brand aspect, like we talk about design identity now, but actually I feel like both phase and both business model, they know it. Like if they want to stay approachable, fun delivery service, then the old version work very well. If you want to express yourself as like, now we become a Circus group and we really want to change the world with the autonomy food service with AI robotics.
This is B2B, right? As well. It's not B2C.
It's B2B as well. So
Yeah, they need to excite also some investors, right?
Yeah.
I think the investors have seen enough food delivery services.
Mm.
And this is definitely something which goes into a new direction.
And this is in Hamburg. This is very cool if this is in Hamburg. Maybe if you see this, invite us down, Circus Group. We'd love to eat some robot food and see what you guys are all about.
The same company, yes.
Crazy.
Okay, confirmed. You are the same company.
It's also show us like how important the brand identity could be for a business model, right? When you change the business model or something grow or something just grow differently, the brand identity should reflect that.
Yeah, and also, you know, there's this common misconception that great design does not live in the B2B world, and it's completely wrong. You can have great experiences, you can have great design, and I think some companies, some people are becoming a little bit more savvy to that. But I think it's definitely an evolving space, and you can see that, you know, this looks great. It's a cool brand, offering a cool service and some good stuff in there. All right, thank you. You've given us 3 at the beginning. We promised to offer some hints and tips we've been observing on how to create a great brand. So,
I can begin first.
Yes,
so
please.
My tips like also based on the cases we show on our video. The audience could also see that the brand often use very obvious color based on their industry. Like NeoTaste use the bright green, which is look quite like fresh, and Uber Eats and Picnic also with the red color, which is so relevant to many other food brands. So
big grocery
yeah.
chains. Yeah, it's a lot of red.
So it will have raised the question like you have to decide what kind of strategy you want to apply for your brand and your business. Like, do you want to stand out or do you want to stay? I don't know. Like, if you want to stay big and serve everyone's, so maybe like go with the traditional way. But if you really want to like roll out with the like distinctive language, so maybe pick and do the research thoroughly about other colors as well. Like the old version of the Circus did. Like they could stay colorful and still being very effective as a brand. The second takeaway is like the visual identity is not just about the visual, it is also reflect and have your business as well to stay relevant and distinctive and become more attractive on the market with the investor and with your end user as well. So yeah, this is my 2 takeaway.
Yeah, especially on these competitive markets. Yeah, agree. Yeah, I mean, also what you can see here, there's still a lot of things happening in the market, right? And especially when you are like a little bit earlier in your development. Yeah, I think Picnic, for example, is a bit more mature than NeoTaste or Circus, for example. So if you are like a little bit earlier, like NeoTaste and Circus, I think it's good to keep the brand simple, to be also flexible, right? If something like a big shift happens, like Circus has done it, then you don't have done a huge investment and then just don't want to change everything because you spend so much money already on it. So you have the chance to adapt and move into different directions. I think with NeoTaste, would help to have a few more distinctive elements than they have. So to look a bit more mature, I think that also helps. But yeah, be flexible and have a simple brand at the beginning. And then if you found your spot, your niche, your sweet spot, then just execute nice and a good quality and go deeper into the brand like Picnic has done it. I think they do a good job. Also, they have this little nice booklet you get when you are first customer, which explains like how it works, and you get recipes, nice material, nice feel, so you can see, okay, they're really thinking about how the brand looks, feels, and is experienced.
I'm just thinking.
Hungry now.
Yeah, I'm hungry. I'm going to order something.
Food.
I think we talk about it a lot as well. I just think, there's a sea of these apps, and there's always somebody kind of buying at your heels to be the next one. I think you need to be simple and distinctive, and the offering that you also have as well should be at the forefront of what you talk about. And again, I think what Circus did very well is they introduced really great storytelling, and it's also playful. It doesn't mean to say that you need to be playful in every single product that you offer. It just doesn't work for everything. But in this case, it's memorable. So for instance, something like NeoTaste, it being a new product on the market, I think the color is memorable, but is it distinctive enough? I think it needs to be a very interesting place to go back to, and there's room for much more kind of storytelling aspects through illustration and actually planting themselves in a really good space for that. Because I think they've already made a good start, but they could do even more and simplify and get a little bit stronger there. But yeah, it's just, as I always say, just be a bit more bold, be a bit more brave, be a bit more daring, create something that people love to come back to time and time again. And yeah, I think you stand a much better chance than the competition.
Great. I like that.
Thank you very much. All right, that just, people, wraps it up for this episode of our Couch Talks. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for sitting and listening to us talk about brand. If you haven't, subscribe. It helps us to continue to grow the channel. Like the video, and also if you know anybody who's hungry right now, maybe share this video just to give them some inspiration. Or if you know anybody who's really into brand, also throw it their way as well. we will be back again very soon with more of this stuff. So, yeah, that just leaves me one last thing, which is to say it's a goodbye from me, a goodbye from
See you soon.
Jan, and a goodbye from Sang.
Bye.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.